miss, I'm a motherfucking miss, I'm a miss, I'm a miss, I'm a motherfucking miss, I'm a miss, I'm a miss, I'm a motherfucking miss, I'm a miss, I'm a miss, I'm a miss.
What's up, Shady Crew? It's your boy Hiatus James, aka the Throw King, and I am back with another reaction video. Today we're gonna take a look at Tom Macdonald's Fake Woke. Now, if you're not aware of Tom Macdonald, he is a rising star. Like, we've been following Tom Macdonald for a while now, at least about 2 years. Kind of seen the tracks. He kind of puts me in the mind of like a Joyner Lucas in the way that he spins the narrative, speaks from every side and vantage point. It's more satire. It always gets people in their feels, and so I've coined the phrase as controversy Tom, because it doesn't matter if this man says boo. The way that he says boo creates controversy. It's crazy. But the name of this track is Fake Woke. I'm about 2 weeks late getting to this. 2 weeks late of uploading. You guys already know the flow. Sorry. Hiatus did it again. But anyways, man, this actually got a lot of press. I think Tom Macdonald actually got a chance to be on Fox News in regards to this track. So it did create a lot of traction and a lot of awareness in regards to Tom Macdonald's music and his message overall, you know, that he continues to put out. What I found funny, though, is that there was a lot of people, I don't know if they're new or existing fans, that didn't know that Tom Macdonald was Canadian. How? It's in the bio, my guy. But anyways, guys, we're gonna hop into this track, Fake Woke. Check it out, see what Tom is spitting in this, and yeah, man, give our real feels and thoughts. So without further ado, let's get into it.
I think it's crazy I'm the one who they labeled as controversial, and Cardi B is the role model for 12-year-old girls.
Yikes.
There's rappers pushing Xanax at the top of the billboard, but if I mention race in a song, I'm scared I'll get killed for it. It's backwards, it's getting exponentially dumb. It's more difficult to get a job than purchase a gun. Woo. Eminem used to gay bash and murder his mom, and now he doesn't want fans if they voted for Trump. We're ashamed.
Yikes. All right. He hitting hard in this, man. So he talked about the fact that, you know, how backward society is right now. You know, that and the fact that it's easier to get a gun than it is to get a job, and how crazy that is. And then he goes for Eminem and he says, your boy used to gay bash, but now he don't mess with the fans if they voted for Trump. That's crazy. That's crazy. It's a different era, man. Back when, you know, those things were going on, a lot of this stuff, people's opinions didn't really rub people the wrong way. You could say, you know, how you felt and stuff like that. Now everything is testy. Like, if you say black, white, it causes controversy. Names are called, cancel culture. It becomes a whole big mess. So I get what he's saying in this track, man, in regards to how you go from, you know, one extreme to the next. So far it's lit for me, man. Let's hop back in.
And murder his mom, and now he doesn't want fans if they voted for Trump. We're ashamed to be American. You should probably love it, cause you have the right to hate it and not get stoned to death in public. As children we were taught how to walk and talk, but the system wants adults to sit down and shut up. Cancel culture runs the world now, the planet went crazy. Label everything we say as homophobic or racist.
True.
If you're white, then you're privileged, guilty by association. All our childhood heroes got Me Too'd or they're rapists. They never freed the slaves. They realized that they don't need to change. They gave us tiny screens, we think we free cause we can't see the cage. They knew that race war would be the game they need to play. For people to big teams, they use the media to feed the flame. They so fake woke. Facts don't care about feelings. They know they won't tell me what to believe in. They so fake woke. Same old safe zones. They so fake woke. Facts don't care about your feelings. I think it's crazy how these people scream.
So I love this hook. And I'm not gonna stop too much on the track because there's a lot in the track in regards to what Tom is saying. in the message that he's kind of delivering here. But what I will say is, you know, the direction of this track when he talks about being fake woke, and he says the facts don't care about your feelings. Like, when you have a fact is just a fact. And a lot of people try to manipulate facts and change the narratives and spin stuff, you know, to their credit and to their benefit. And it's like, yo, the facts are facts, bro. It's not going to change regardless of what you say or how you try to spin it. So salute to him on this hook, because the hook hits harder so far than the bars in the track, just on the message side of things. But like I said, it's dope for me so far. I'm digging it.
I think it's crazy how these people screaming facts, but they fake woke. Hate their neighbor cause he wears a mask or he stays home. Has a daughter but his favorite artist said he slays hoes. Picks her up from school, music slaps on the way home. Censorship's an issue cause they choose what they erase. There's a difference between hate speech and speech that you hate. I think Black Lives Matter was the stupidest name, when the system's screwing everyone exactly the same. I just want to spend Thanksgiving Day with food and my family, without being accused of celebrating native casualties. We got so divided, it's black and white and political. Republicans are bigots, libtards if you're liberal. There's riots in our streets and it's just getting worse. Y'all screaming deep on the police, y'all are genius for sure. They're underfunded already, they're way too busy to work. Order food and call the cops, see what reaches you first.
Yo, call the cops and order food and see which one reaches you first. The food spot, without a doubt. But he did speak on some facts, man, in regards to just everything that was going on, and especially, you know, what we experienced going through 2020. Now, I see his spin on it in regards to like the Black Lives Matter movement. You know, but again, this is a conversation that has to be had. You know, I personally, hearing the words Black Lives Matter, don't understand why that would excite so much rage from a person by just simply saying that a specific race of people matter. But it is what it is, man. That's the society that we live in. And he's just speaking of it from the vantage point of stating, when it comes to the Black Lives Matter movement, and stating that, he's like, yo, when you look at the totality of it, we're all getting screwed by the same people that's at the top. Like, at the end of the day, we're all getting screwed over, bro. So I see the vantage point. You know, there's layers to that can be unpacked, because, of course, there's a lot that has gone on in the US of A. A lot of stuff that we don't talk about, a lot of stuff that's hidden, that isn't brought to the forefront, that are facts. You feel me? But so far, like I said, I do dig where he's coming from. Let's hop back in.
For sure, they're underfunded already, they're way too busy to work. Order food and call the cops, see what reaches you first.
Food.
Segregation ended, that's a lie in itself. That was a strategy to make us think they were trying to help. They knew that racism was hot if they designed it to sell. We buy up every single box and divide us ourselves. They so fake woke. Facts don't care about feelings. They know they won't tell me what to believe in. They so fake. Same old, safe zones. They so fake woke. Facts don't care about your feelings. We use violence to get peace and wonder why it isn't working. That's like sleeping with a football team to try and be a virgin. Politicians are for sale and someone always makes the purchase, but you and I cannot afford it. Our democracy is worthless. If a man has mental illness, call him crazy, say it silently. When country's going crazy, we accept it as society. Get sick and take a pill. When the side effects get you high, you get addicted like these rappers dying fighting with sobriety. Censoring the facts turns our children into idiots. They claim it's for our safety, I'll tell you what it really is. Removing information that empowers all the citizens. The truth doesn't damage points of view that are legitimate. They're trying to change amen to amen and women. How'd we let them make praying a microaggression? Instead of asking God for the strength to keep winning, we cheat to get ahead and then we ask him for forgiveness. Feminism used to be the most righteous of fights, but these days it feels like they secretly hate guys. I don't trust anyone who bleeds for a week and don't die. I'm just kidding, but everything else that I said is right. They so fake
I don't trust anyone who bleeds for a week and don't die. Tom, they gonna come for your neck. Yo, that was a heck of a punchline. That's funny. That's comical. Let's run it back.
They so fake woke. Facts don't care about feelings. They know they won't tell me what to believe in. They so fake woke. Same old safe zones. They so fake woke. Facts don't care about your feelings.
All right, we gonna stop it right there, man. So Tom Macdonald, Fake Woke, like I said, this particular track, man, he touched on a lot of things. And again, in Tom Macdonald fashion, this is a controversial track because it touches on so many things: feminism, political, racial, equality. Like, it touches on so many different aspects. And when you start talking about these particular situations, people really get into their feelings. They really feel, upset about it. And then you get into, the demeaning comments and craziness, instead of being able to, as adults, just have the conversation and be able to state your vantage point, listen to the other side's vantage point, and try to come to some level ground. Even if you agree to disagree, have the conversation, you feel me? But it's just funny, man. Like, these are things that we have been saying for a while in regards to society and how information's being pulled away, and you can kind of see how the generation is going, how it's more sensitive. You can't really say anything, you can't really do anything. It's like everything and everyone is on high alert. Like, it's crazy. You talk too much and then you're canceled. You like this artist who's associated with this person and you're canceled. Get him out of here. We don't want to hear from him anymore. And it's like, yo, his views may not necessarily be my views, but as a person, I may rock with him. You feel me? Like, people act like you didn't have those friends in high schools that were a legitimate asshole, but there was something about that particular person that you liked. You didn't agree with them being an asshole, but at the same time, that was your homie. You feel me? Like, it's crazy how it is now. Like, now I can't even say that that's my boy because he's an asshole. It's crazy. But this was definitely dope for me, man. I can definitely see why it got the press that it got. I definitely understand, why it's being pushed. At the same time, we also have to be careful, because one of the things that he mentioned in here is about how the news and media like to manipulate narratives, and even with a song like this, they will take Tom Macdonald and try to make him a martyr. It's absolutely crazy how things are so quickly spent or pushed out of control. But at the end of the day, Tom Macdonald could give two fucks. So it is what it is. Like, this is one of the reasons why when it comes to tracks like this in his genre of music, Tom Macdonald can say certain things that other artists may not be able to say, because nobody's gonna say shit to him, and if they do, it's not really gonna matter. But this is a conversation that we should have more, and this is why there are tracks even with Joyner Lucas, new albums that came out, where I like where they're starting to bring up conversations that need to be had, and you're able to hear both sides of it, because it gives a different perspective to the argument. Whether you agree with the perspective or not doesn't really matter, but it actually gives you insight on how someone else or how a group of people actually think. And in order for you to understand that person or that body of people, you got to know how they think, how they process information, and what their thought processes are. So this was dope for me, man. Again, salute to Tom Macdonald for doing what Tom Macdonald does. I definitely have been rocking with Tom Macdonald for a while. You guys know on this channel, it's always crazy when it comes to the tracks that he puts out, but I'm glad that this one is getting the press and pushing and all of the buttons that it's pushing for people to start waking up and stop being so sensitive. But anyways, guys, we're going to keep this moving. Make sure you stay locked to this channel. Your video's coming up next. Make sure you smash that like, subscribe if you are new, and I will catch you guys in the next one. Until then, Shady Crew, stay shady out.
I'm a mess, I'm a mess, I'm a motherfucking mess, I'm a mess, I'm a mess, I'm a motherfucking mess, I'm a mess, I'm a mess, I'm a motherfucking mess, I'm a 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 motherfucking mess, I'm a mess, I'm a mess.